Welcome back, family. Tonight, we step into Harlem, into the danger zone, into the streets that raised one of the greatest lyricists hip-hop has ever known. This is not just a story about rap. This is a story about genius, about survival, about the kind of talent that only comes once in a generation. And it's also a story about betrayal, jealousy, street politics, and the violent chain of events that cost a young king his life before the world ever got to see his full glory. Big L wasn't just nice. He wasn't just a punchline master. He was the razor of Harlem, sharp, fearless, unmatched, a man whose pen could cut through beats like a blade. But behind the bars and the brilliance was a neighborhood full of danger, a brother entangled in the streets, and a rivalry in the industry that nobody wants to talk about. Tonight we uncover all of it, the rise, the fall, the mystery, the truth. So sit back, relax, and let's take a journey into the life, the legacy, and the tragedy of Lamont Big L. Coleman, a legend taken far too soon, but never forgotten. This is the Big L story.
Hey yo, check it out, 1212, it's the big motherfucking L, and I'm about to catch wreck off this dirt man shit. Yo, check it out, this that Sandman 118 shit, and it's the vidIQ straight from 139 and fucking Lyricist. Harlem, the danger zone, I gotta represent it, somebody gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? Hey yo, I got a new single out, it's called MVP, the most valuable poet, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm the most valuable poet when it comes to this shit, and I'ma prove it right now. Check it out, my click was quick to pull the bullet in a stranger's dome. You should've known not to roam through the danger zone. In Harlem is where the thugs rest. In a slug fest, we sending faggots all the way to heaven like Doug Fresh. Big L grew up in the slums with greed, known for touring guns with speed and selling tons of weed, cause I got sons to feed. And it's a must that my toe smokes. I'm not like most folks. Fuck 10s and 20s, I carry ghost notes. And it's a must that I commence to slay any faggot MC who goes against the grain. I'm a smoke pataki ass and Rudolph Julie like a bully. I keep a toolie for any bully who act fooly. So if a nigga disrespect L, to hell is where I'ma send him. After I skin them and spit some venom in them. I run with intruders, looters and sharpshooters who spark bruisers and fuck thick bitches with large shooters. Yo, I'm the nigga that be jumping on your stereo. When I walk the streets, the bitches be tapping their friends like there we go. Never had rules to follow, none of my jewels are hollow. Try to tax mines and you'll be on the news tomorrow. Cause I never was the type to start beefs, but I spark creeps on dark streets and stop they heartbeats. The hell with silly games, I play survival sports. Sometimes I be in the crib stressed the fuck out with suicidal thoughts. All my life I've been a lady bruiser, a wrong chooser, school refuser, drug abuser, born loser. Clothes bummy, nose runny, it wasn't funny. A little dummy who tried to kill his mother for insurance money. Now me and the devil is on the same team. I'ma hit the mainstream with ill raps that's poison like gangrene. I'm better than every rapper that you thought was raw. Peace to all of my peoples out in Baltimore. I'm not a coward, and frontin' on me, I won't allow it. I'm high-powered, fucking freak bitches like Adina Howard. Front and get your belly torn. I keep a pelly on. I'm fucking with Grey Poupon and Dawn Perry on the apple pump rocks. Quick to give a chump notch. You ain't tough. The only thing you shootin' is jump shots. My style is hard like strong lumber. Cute chicks get the dick, ugly bitches get the wrong number, and that's how we doing it.
Harlem in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s was a world of rhythm and danger, talent and turbulence, brilliance and bloodshed. A neighborhood filled with culture, but also crack, competition, and the constant fight to survive. The streets shaped the boys who grew up there, and those same streets often tried to swallow them whole. Lamont Coleman, the future known as Big L, was born on May 30th, 1974, and raised on 139th Street and Lenox Avenue, an area he would later call the Danger Zone. He was the youngest of the children living in his household, raised by Gilda Pinky Terry, a woman who was more than a mother to just her sons. She fed the block, led the tenant association, threw block parties, took every neighborhood kid to great adventure, and made sure nobody felt alone. Her home was full of love, noise, and survival. Big L's brothers Leroy, better known as Big Lee, and Donald, known as Big Don, were technically his cousins, but Pinky took Lamont in as a child, raising him as her own. L never questioned it. When he found out around age 14 that he was adopted into the family, he brushed it off with a shrug. The bond was real, stronger than blood. Life on 139th Street bonded everyone together. Don later said, "Everybody on the block was like family." But family didn't mean safe. Harlem was a battlefield disguised as a community. And the Coleman boys grew up not only in love, but in the shadows of real street legends. Big Lee was the one who commanded respect without even speaking. He was hard, dangerous, never smiling, never laughing. The type of man people crossed the street to avoid. And he was surrounded by others just like him. Matthew Reggie White, Thomas T.C. Riley, and a man named Shake. Together, they built the notorious West Harlem Street Crew that would later be known as NFL, Niggas for Life. They were territorial, violent, feared crack dealers and stick-up men. Big L grew up in the orbit of men who controlled blocks, survived shootouts, and lived life one decision away from death. This environment shaped him, it sharpened him, it gave him something to write about, but it was also the same environment that would one day take his life. Lamont Coleman discovered hip-hop at age 12 after sneaking into a Run DMC concert with his brother Don. The moment he heard "I'm the king of rock, there is none higher," he was stunned into silence. From that moment, rap became his pulse. He began battling kids on the block, in hallways, at block parties, anywhere a beat could echo off brick walls. Don would spin on the turntables while L tore through opponents twice his age. He started as Little L, but quickly changed it to Big L, refusing to let anyone belittle him even in a nickname. Guided by older kids like Jules and his friend D-Wiz, L got his first notebook and began writing. His influences were legends: Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, and Rakim. But even early on, L wasn't trying to imitate. He was trying to surpass. In 1990, at just 16 years old, L met Lord Finesse of DITC during a record store autograph session. His friend insisted Finesse let L rap for him. Reluctantly, Finesse agreed. The moment L opened his mouth, the room shifted. His flow was polished, his punchlines were vicious, his rhyme patterns were years ahead of his age. Lord Finesse later said, "From the first moment, I knew he was going to be great." Finesse took him under his wing immediately. He introduced him to the Diggin' in the Crates crew: Fat Joe, Showbiz and AG, Diamond D, Buck Wild, OC, a collective built on bars, beats, and authenticity. They embraced L as one of their own. At 17, Big L founded Children of the Corn with Harlem artists Cameron, Mace, Bloodshed, Herb McGruff, and Digga, a group filled with young talent and street ambition. They hustled together, rapped together, dreamed together, and in the streets, L's battles became legendary. He was feared for his rhymes, not his gun. He was the kid nobody wanted to battle for money because nobody wanted to lose. By 1992, Big L won an amateur rap competition with nearly 2,000 participants. His name spread beyond Harlem, and soon enough, Columbia Records offered him a deal. At just 18, Big L was no longer just another Harlem rapper. He was a rising phenomenon.
This Big L right here from Columbia Records.
Yeah.
Yo, L, just tell people what's up with your new album. What's up with you doing new and starting?
Yeah, right now, you know what I'm saying? Working on a new album, you know what I'm saying? The title I don't know yet, but it's gonna be fat. I got 2 tracks done. I'm just chilling right now, still doing shows on the road and all that. Representing one huge thing in the crates. I came to represent for my man Smooth Hustler. Wow.
That's right, kid. That was Big L, kid. Big L digging in the crates.
Most valuable.
That's right, that's right. We're MVP.
Jay-Z was not Big L's friend. He was Big L's biggest op. The industry loves to rewrite history and pretend these two men were on the same path, or that they could have become some iconic duo. But the people who were actually there in the 1990s know the truth.
One more time.
Say that one more time. You said Jay-Z.
Jay-Z took his style, okay? This is Big L. If you listen to Big L songs from years ago and you listen to Jay-Z now, when Big L started, Big L put Jay-Z on. Nobody knows this. So when I go by here, I always salute Big L. Because Big L was real hip-hop. There's a lot of people in hip-hop now, they rob people, they manipulate people, they take advantage of the kids. Right here was big real hip-hop right here. Love is love, y'all. Have a good day. We from Harlem.
Yeah.
Check it out, y'all. It's Flamboyant Entertainment. Make sure y'all come through the post Thursday, February 18th, right? And you can punch in your numbers or you can leave a message and I'll get back with you.
Their freestyle on the Stretch and Bobito show was not two homies vibing. It was a duel between two future giants of New York hip-hop. Jay-Z was clever and smooth. Big L was sharper, colder, and deadlier with the pen, and everybody who heard that tape knew instantly which one had the upper hand. Even Dame Dash once said, Big L scared him lyrically. This wasn't love, this wasn't teamwork, this was rivalry. Big L wasn't coming to join Jay-Z, he was coming to challenge him.
Big L, rest in peace.
I came up with a banger song. Throw 29th, he called at the danger zone. Young L with the pen, leave your frame exposed. Put a rapper in a box like a chain was froze. Flow slick like a razor chrome. Every line cut deep like I shave your bone. Harlem bred, so I talk with that razor tone. You play hero on my block, you won't make it home. I was raised by the hustlers, killers, and nightmares. Seen a man lose his soul over slight stairs. So I rhyme like a prophet with a tight glare. Turn a beat to a crime scene, white flares. Punchlines hit harder than indictments. Had the whole block ducking when the mic bent. Labels tried to water down my lightning, but you can't dim Harlem, I'm the lightning. Danger zone, big L legacy, carved in stone. Sharp tongue prophet with a heart of chrome. Harlem made me, never die alone. Yeah, I'm the one they fear when the cypher starts. Rip rhymes, leave chalk when you write your bars. I'm a nightmare mixed with a fighter's heart. Turn your 16 into a silent part. Never chase radio, never switch tones. I was busy turning rivals into wishbones. If rap was the throne, I would've gripped chrome. Came for the crown like it got my name stitched on. Harlem legend, young face with a grim past. Move slick like a lawyer when the wind passed. If success came slow, I made time spin fast. Put a rap on ice like a slim fast. Bars hit heavy like the streets I walk. Every line packed truth like police reports. I ain't just rap, I'm a breathing vault. Every rhyme got a body underneath the chalk. Danger zone, big L legacy, carved in stone. Sharp tongue prophet with a heart of chrome. Harlem made me, never die alone. Harlem raised the king with the venomous pen. Every bar was a warning, every line was a threat. You ain't heard punchlines till you heard Big L. That's word to the danger zone. Flamboyant to the end, that's the code I chose. Left a mark on the game that the globe still knows. Big L, Harlem's finest, yeah, the legend grows. Put my story in the wind and let the whole world know.
Rest in peace to my man Heb, rest in peace to Big L, know what I mean? No doubt. It's like two of my influences with that rap game, know what I mean? That's what made me want, Heb signed me, L got me, I featured on Big L first album, now it's my, little coming out, as far as the rap game, but, that's my era right there where I came from. Yeah. Big L, Children of the Corn, you already know, Killer Cam Mates. I mean,
a lot of niggas remember that freestyle at 5-5 y'all had did and shit, man.
Yeah, you already know.
That was a legendary joint and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That Monifa record, how that came about.
Yeah, big shout outs to Mo. Mo doing the thing now. I think she on that R&B. You know what I mean? They got a little real reality show with her. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Mo. You know what I mean? She doing her thing still. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So, you know what I mean? Tell us, how it was coming up in that era though, like, cause it's different than now. You know what I'm saying? The game changed and shit.
The game changed tremendously, man. You know what I mean?
You had to really have talent and shit and bars back then.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to have some bars. You had to come with that really real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Relevant. You know what I mean?
No
He had been through a couple battles and all that, know what I mean? You know, it was real. Niggas was coming. I remember when Jay, you know what I mean? Jay and Big L had a, they had banged out on, they came from Danger Zone. Dame Dash and Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Him and Big L battled and shit. You know what I mean? And that's what it was about back in the days.
Hell yeah, classic.
Classic.
Ain't nobody got that on tape or nothing.
Nah, nobody got that on tape, B. I wish, B.
When Dame Dash tried to bring Big L to Rockefeller, Jay-Z wasn't pushing for him. He wasn't trying to elevate him. Big L's presence threatened the balance. A man with L's punchlines, L's pen, L's raw Harlem aggression could have rewritten the hierarchy of East Coast rap. The truth is simple. Jay-Z rose and Big L never got the chance. Does this sound familiar? Let's not forget about Tupac and Biggie and how both were taken out of the equation so another could rise. Sean Diddy Combs. In regard to Big L, the world will always wonder how different hip-hop would be if those two swords had collided again, this time in the industry, not just a radio booth.
A lot of cats be frontin' with mad singles with a 50 on top. L trying to have the city on lock. Peace to Biggie and Pac, cause they really were hot. Rap game heavy hitters, it's a shame they no longer with us. Niggas wanna be L, ladies wanna see L. If I go to jail, you wish I'm saying free L. What? Punks. Yeah. Yo, all my wolves in the house, are you live or what? See, Harlem about to get it all, lies on us. Only ghetto niggas shine, who gon' rise with us? In the first cattle act, we gon' size them up. All my wolves in the house, are you live or what? See, Harlem about to get it all, lies on us. Only ghetto niggas shine, who gon' rise with us? In the first cattle act. Hey yo, I hear a lot of bitch in your talk. I see a lot of switch in your walk. And only thugs get rich in New York. Time is running out. Niggas like L, when you coming out? Cause they sick of all this drag queen shit. Your wife missing, I'm the nigga he was last seen with. Me and Lynn hit it up on some tag team.
Yeah. Make my mind. Want some up? Can you come back in? Yeah. Hey now? Lady talks fast, son. Check it out, bust it. Yo, fuck all the glamours and glitz. I'm planning to get rich. I'm from New York and never was a fan of the Knicks. And I'm all about expanding my chips. You mad cause I was in a band with your bitch with both hands on her tits. Corleone, hold the throne that you know in your heart. I got style plus the way that I be flowing is sharp. A while back I used to hustle, selling glow in the park. Counting G-stacks and rocking ice that glow in the dark forever. Hottie hunting, trigger temper, I'm quick to body something. You looking at me like I'm probably frontin'. I fuck around and throw beat in your chest and flee to my rest. I'm older and smarter, this is me at my best. Rap, verbal attack, tactical fact, tactical tracks, match, verbal team, practical stack, afro black, the magical back, tragical rap, the tackle to back, the shackles and acid, constant mathematical balance along, the silence to strong, the rarity born and arrogance. Each master is drawn as if a consolation. The size of hateful skeletons locked in the closet of my gospel and grace on a false home base. That's why I have to debate you. Unravel that cable, slash the occasion, the tower massively grade you. Unravel the pages if you pass it to my label. Snatching the halo, thought I trade you, just send my father back as an angel. Thank you, just fatal man, it's hypnotizing. I'm only emphasizing my solo of my business and enterprise.
Big L signed to Columbia Records in 1992, stepping into the music industry with the same confidence he carried in Harlem. He wasn't polished for radio. He wasn't softened for mainstream appeal. He was raw, gritty, and Harlem lyricism in its purest form. In 1993, he released Devil's Son, a single so dark, so clever, and so ahead of its time that radio stations didn't know what to do with it. The song became underground gold, feared by corporate desks, but loved in the streets. L was proud of it. He once said, "I've always been a fan of horror flicks, and Harlem is scary enough. I just put it all together." In 1994, he dropped Put It On, produced by Buck Wild, featuring Kid Capri. This track lit Harlem up. The video cemented him as the young, sharp-witted punchline assassin with a voice raspy enough to cut concrete. Then, in 1995, he released Lifestyle's Ove de Poor and Dangerous, an album that would one day be recognized as a classic. It didn't skyrocket on the charts, but it didn't need to. It carved Big L's name into hip-hop history. His wordplay was unmatched. His metaphors were surgical. His punchlines were fatal. Lines like, "I knocked out so many teeth, the tooth fairy went bankrupt," and "A Tech 9 is my utensil, filling niggas with so much lead they can use they body for a pencil," showed the world that Harlem had birthed a monster. But Columbia Records didn't understand him. They wanted radio hits. Big L wanted bars. They wanted soft edges. Big L was sharp steel. By 1996, Columbia dropped him. Didn't the same thing happen to DMX? Wasn't Jay-Z involved in that as well? But L wasn't shaken. He went independent. He went harder. He created flamboyant entertainment, determined to win on his own terms. 1 year later, tragedy struck the children of the Korn family when Bloodshed died in a car accident. The crew disbanded, and the Harlem rap scene felt the blow. But Big L kept going. Even after losing friends, record deals, and stability, he never stopped writing, never stopped plotting, never stopped sharpening his pen, and the streets weren't done shaping his destiny. Harlem's 139th Street wasn't just a backdrop to Big L's childhood. It was a war zone with shifting alliances, dangerous personalities, and a code that changed depending on who had the upper hand. The NFL crew Reggie, TC, Big Lee, Shake, G-Love, and others were known throughout Harlem. They weren't rappers. They weren't promoters. They were hustlers, stick-up men, and gunmen whose reputation spread far beyond one block. Big Lee, Big L's older brother, had grown darker over the years. Greed infected him. Jealousy controlled him. He made enemies not just with rivals but with his own friends. He stole drug profits. He blamed others for his theft. He manipulated situations to maintain power. And worst of all, he used his little brothers to help him. Lee's conflicts with Black Tone, TC, Reggie, and even G-Love became a twisted web of mistrust and simmering rage. What began as small incidents, a stolen stash here, a fight there, evolved into gunplay, betrayals, and attempted murders. When Black Tone shot Lee in the leg during a heated confrontation, the entire block shifted. TC and Reggie tried to protect Lee even when he was wrong, but Big Lee took their loyalty for weakness. He misused it. And eventually, he burned every bridge around him. Rumors, retaliation, and street politics created a slow-building storm. The tension between Lee and Reggie, once close as brothers, grew until the day Reggie was shot and killed. Many believed Lee orchestrated it. Others believed G-Love. Some thought it was outsiders. But nobody forgot that L was seen talking to the shooter shortly before the murder. Harlem never forgets. Harlem never forgives. Harlem keeps mental notes. This event cracked the NFL family into pieces, and it placed a silent target on Big L's back. By 1998, Big L had rebuilt himself stronger than ever. He had the streets behind him, DITC behind him, and a new wave of independent momentum no major label could ignore. His single Ebonics sent shockwaves through hip-hop. Critics called it one of the greatest independent singles of the decade. The Source named it top 5. Fans couldn't stop quoting it. DJs couldn't stop spinning it. Big L had finally forced the industry to pay attention.
So, can I lay it down in your house like a quick reference of that? Yeah. we did it on tape. He's like, yo, I got this idea, Ebonics, and then he laid it down. And that's when we went to D&D Studios. He's like, yo, we gotta take the train to the studio. I'm like, all right, whatever.
D&D.
Yeah. So.
Word, check it out, bust it. MCs get taught a lesson when the mic is in my possession. Rap's my profession, L is nice, no question. It's a fact that they get, it shouldn't be weird that I'm fed, cause my raps are rougher than a nappy bed. I cook rappers like a chef, I'm deaf like Jeff, right to left. My raps are better than morning breath. For niggas deaf, I'm the #1 suspect, cause I catch much wreck, especially when I'm upset. Suckers, I'm a stickity star, breaking them up and it's taking their heart. You better believe that big L's and better be ripping the microphones apart. I hold the 40 right because I'm the naughty type. When I strike the mic, niggas be like shorty hype. I'm smoother than velvet, my lyrics is well writ. You saying L's this and L's that, get off L dick. Rhymes I create and knock out your go-to. Battling me's like fighting a gorilla in a phone booth. I wreck mics and drop the cool speeches. Nowadays rappers think they motherfucking school teachers. 1, 2, 1, 2, rappers I run through. Fuck karate, I practice gun fu. The big L is an assassinator. I grab the mag and leave a fag leaking like activator. I'm the nigga that you never even thought of beating. Black, white, or Puerto Rican, I'm gonna slaughter each and every crab MC that runs up. When a battle comes up, give me 2 thumbs up. Peace. Check it out, this the big L, you know what I'm saying? Chillin' with my man Herb, we gon' drop like this, check it out. Check it. You better flee hops or get your head flown 3 blocks. L be keeping niggas' hearts pumping like Reeboks. It's the nigga that bitches sucking sweat. Faggots are bucking wet. Disrespecting, I'ma break your fucking neck. I'm known to put a cap in a duck face. I spray guns, fuck bass. I'm a nutcase from a rough place. It's called Uptown. Front and get bucked down. Walk through with Jews on that ass and get stuck, clown. I got styles you can't copy, bitch. It's the 666 in the mix. Straight from H-E double hockey sticks. I'm the devil's son, like my song said. I smash niggas like cornbread. You can't kill me, I was born dead. I wet shit up like a floodage. Me and my crew build caps and carry gats like it's luggage. I'm nowhere near trash, so step to the rear fast. For I have your queer ass crying like tear gas. Every year I gain clout and my game sprout. Some niggas will still be virgins if crack never came out. The big L's hard to kill when my squad gets ill. You better guard your grill before you get scarred for real. Big L is a large boss, known for putting more holes in a nigga body than a golf course. I'm crazy quick to knock a duck off. I pull out and buck off and tear a nigga grill right the fuck off. You get smoked like a Philly fast, cause your shit is really trash. Fuck around, I swing on your silly ass. It's Big L, the crime converter, saying peace to all the niggas in jail doing time for murder. I wreck the mic plus the whole stage, rocking cornrow braids. I'm killing motherfuckers like old age, known to have a hottie open. I keep a shotty smoking, front and get half the bones in your body broken. I never force teach, so listen as the boss preach. I only rock levels but Martin Cannon in North Beach. I'm making rap hits, I snap flicks and back chicks, just the slim ones. You won't see L with no fat bitch. You I'm the nigga that they call A-War. Punks I slay all my spare time I play ball. In the playgrounds I spray clowns with trade pounds, making G's from transporting keys on Greyhounds. My shit is kicking like a sensei, I'm smoother than Ben Gay. Comprende, I'm outie like MJ.
And that's when Dame Dash from Roc-A-Fella Records approached him with an offer. For Harlem, this was huge. Roc-A-Fella was rising fast. Jay-Z was entering superstardom. Being signed there meant money, promotion, and mainstream success. But Big L wasn't some hungry kid begging for a deal. He demanded Roc-A-Fella sign him and his entire crew. Flamboyant Entertainment wasn't just a name, it was a vision, and according to Dame Dash, Big L was serious about bringing Harlem with him. But behind the business conversations, something darker lingered. Jay-Z wasn't neutral in this story. Big L wasn't coming to bow. Their history mattered, their rivalry mattered, and everyone around them knew it. When Roc-A-Fella started courting L, Harlem barbershops, liquor stores, and block corners buzzed with whispers, Jay-Z don't want that man on the team. Jay didn't forget that Stretch and Bobito freestyle. That's his op, not his partner. It would be years before the world openly acknowledged the tension between these two swords of New York rap. But Harlem knew, and L knew too. He wasn't going to be another artist signed under Jay-Z. He was coming to stand against him. But before paperwork could be finalized, before ink could hit the page, before the world could see what Big L would do with full industry backing, the streets interfered. The past caught up, the block said no, and everything collapsed in one violent night. Jay-Z was not Big L's friend. He was Big L's biggest op. Hip-hop history tries to smooth this over, acting like they were two future legends destined to unite, but the reality on the ground was completely different. These men were rivals from the moment they met. Their Stretch and Bobbito freestyle wasn't a collaboration. It was a battlefield. Two young MCs circling each other, testing each other, sharpening steel against steel. Jay-Z came in with speed, flow, and charisma. Big L came in with punchlines sharp enough to draw blood. And anyone who heard that tape could feel the tension, the respect, the competitiveness, and the underlying threat. Even Dame Dash later admitted it. Big L scared him lyrically. He scared a lot of MCs, Jay-Z included. Big L had the one talent no corporation could buy. He had the pen. If Big L had lived long enough to truly enter the mainstream, the hierarchy of New York rap would have been forced to rearrange itself. He wasn't coming to be Jay-Z's sidekick. He wasn't coming to fit into the Rockefeller machine. He was coming to compete. This is why their names are rarely spoken together without tension. Big L represented something dangerous to Jay-Z, a writer, more complex, more vicious, and more fearless with the bars, someone who could have taken the crown right out of his hands.
Yeah. Damn for keep the flow ever. Harlem well, fuck it. Yeah. Keep the flow ever. Yeah, we back in this bitch. Harlem legends never fall. Big L still the king. Put his name on every wall. Flamboyant till we die. Punchlines break a jaw. If you scared, don't rap. It's the code of the raw. Ha ha. Big L, say it loud. Harlem world stand up. Make the whole block proud. I'm from the era where the weak got folded like clothes. Where the bars hit harder than them 44 blows. Where the flow so sharp it could puncture your goals. Big L had rappers looking like they swallowed their souls. He was the champ of the slang. Had the block on freeze. Punchlines dropping bodies like a bad disease. Had dudes rewinding tapes like, hey, yo, run that please. He kill you with one metaphor and leave you on your knees. He said it raw, no filter, just venom and truth. Made veterans sound like little boys missing they tooth. Rappers study this cadence, trying to copy the proof, but you can't clone a genius with a mic in the booth. We back in this bitch, Harlem legends never fall. Big L still the king, put his name on every wall. Flamboyant till we die, punchlines break your jaw. If you scared, don't rap, it's the code of the raw. Big L, say it loud. Harlem world stand up, make the whole block proud. Big L, say it loud. Harlem world stand up, make the whole block proud. My pen talk greasy like a stick-up note. Big L spit facts that'll split your throat. He had bars so slick they could sink your boat. One line from the kid, leave your whole clique broke. He was the god of the cypher, the prince of the flame. Had rappers throwing shade but afraid of the name. You don't battle Big L unless you ready for pain. He turned your little rap dream to a chalk line stain. I'm talking Harlem, baby, where the giants were raised. Where the wordplay cut deep like surgical blades. Where his legacy breathed through the blocks and the braids. Where the mirrors still glow when the sunlight fades. We back in this bitch, Harlem legends never fall. Big L still the king, put his name on every wall. Flamboyant till we die, punchlines break your jaw. If you're scared, don't rap, it's the code of the raw. Big L, say it loud. Harlem world forever, we don't bow, we don't drown. Big L, say it loud. Harlem world forever, we don't bow, we don't drown.
Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
The biggest thing in the world. He scared me to death. Yo, when I heard that on tape, I was scared to death. Yeah. I said, yo, there's no way I could compete. If this is what I gotta compete with, I said, there's no way.
Trust me, they wasn't even supposed to make it in the rap biz. They don't know what rap is, so give it up. Become an actor or an actress or a producer, cause you failed to use the microphone right. So take flight before I bruise ya. Saying I'm bull, crack, raps on wax. You need to get smacked, sit back and rip that contract. I'm serious as cancer, I'm not playing games. I should get foul and buck wild and start saying names, but deep down inside you know who you are. Your rhymes are not up to par, you fake superstar, and that really gets on my nerves. When a rapper gets the credit that he don't deserve, going platinum and don't have no soul. Some rappers are mad nice and don't even go gold. I don't like the way it's going down, because it should be the other way around. I don't understand. MCs, what's going on? I can't understand, man, how raps cold transform. 1 minute you're hardcore and raw, and that's what you was known for. But not no more, you changed and rearranged. You're not the same, your raps are plain, and that explains why you lost your fame. Used to be on top, but you fell like raindrops. You turned pop, now you're no longer game props. Who brought us back? Nobody's but your own black. Used to make dope tracks, Jack, but now you're stone whack. So MCs, don't ever step out your range. Remain the same and only change with the time, unless you get dropped like a dime. You'll go for yours like I'm going for mine. But if you're rough, stay rough. If you're dapper, stay dapper. And never try to look or even sound like another rapper. Just fulfill your own needs. Some rappers wore gold chains, but now they wearing beads. I don't understand. On the lyrical side, this is how it should be done. I'm not the one, my raps are stronger than rum. But some MCs grab the mic and sound dumb. Plus slum, how come rap skills they have none? And I wonder how the hell they get record sales. They rap so stale and frail and forced like fairy tales. Your technique and everything you speak is weak. Got a little airplay because of your beats, your fame, and your name. But your lyrics are lame, Jack. Step to this and get ran over like train tracks. Your raps are poor and whack, and you went on tour with that crap. Don't understand it, cause rhyme skills you lack. I got more soul than knife airs, giving them C's nightmares. Rappers be frontin' hard and rhymes they don't like theirs, but they still call themselves MCs? Please, how could that be? I don't understand.
Big L, shout out to Big L, Children of the Corn, Harlem. I mean, just hip hop, you know, is the epitome of hip hop. You can go to Harlem 139 and see him right in front of the fried chicken store. Get a cipher with him. You know what I mean? He was real hip hop. Shout out to Digging in the Crates too. I used to see Al all the time in Harlem. Like we was coming up. He was one of the first young dudes to get a record deal and get in. Well, after Chi Ali and all, L was damn near right after or something probably. So, you know, we all looked up to him. He already knew about making music and recording and the studio and all that before everybody, because he was with finessing them. You know what I mean? They was grooming him early, so he was like my man then. We was cool with Al because we'd see him. We was in Harlem like every day when we would have to go get with D from the Rough Riders, so we were bumping the L frequently, a few times a week. The way he put his rhymes together, his delivery and the way he formatted his rhymes, he was very rhymey. He could rhyme the hell out of some words. You know what I mean? He had interesting songs. That Ebonics.
And Big L, man, because Big L was, you know, that's another nigga, man. Motherfuckers don't, man, them niggas is wildin', man. Them niggas is fucking wildin', man. Big L, man, y'all niggas is wild. Yo, Jay, man, that nigga Jay need to get that shit up to Big L. Anytime he saying anything about, man, doing them shows when he have Big Pun in there, he should have Big L up in that bitch as well, man.
You know, Finesse saw Big L rapping in Harlem, and then, you know, Big L was my little brother, so, like, what people didn't really know is that he looked to me for mentorship, and he would always come to me and be like, yo, bro, what's up? And, you know, I always tell a story that when we recorded the song The Enemy, Primo did the beat, we was in D&D. Big Al was like, yo, man, you went gold. I'ma rip you down on this fucking song right here, man. I'm taking your 500,000 fans, nigga. I'ma kill you on this song. I'm like, yo, this nigga Al is fucking crazy, man. He was a big gambler. You know, Big Al would gamble all the time, and, you know, he would fight niggas, like big niggas. I'd be like, yo, Al, could we just go shoot the block up? He'd be like, nah, I grew up with these niggas. Just come stand by me, I'ma fight. Every time I went to Harlem to see Big Al that he was gonna fight, Vito, he would fight a nigga your size, like the biggest nigga in the world. He's like this. Fuck that. I'm like, oh my God. Like, yo, Al, could we jump this nigga, man? Could we fucking hit him with a bat? Nah, no. You know, he was a fan square dude. Big Al was a fan square dude. He'll fight the biggest nigga in the world, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta fart. Sometimes you gotta fart break. Sometimes you gotta fart late. You know what I'm saying? It happens, man. It happens, man. Oh, let me finish the
Yeah, D, you gotta talk a little bit about Big L and the legacy of Big L and working with Big L.
Yes.
I feel like we don't talk enough about Big L.
I mean, you know, Big L, you know, definitely was on his way to being one of the greatest.
I think, yeah,
man. You know, people already look at him that way, and, you know, he's been dead all these years, you know what I mean? Especially that one freestyle session he had with Jay-Z on the Stretch Armstrong show.
Stretch and Barbados, yeah.
He kind of handled Jay-Z up there.
Wow,
You know
okay,
what I mean?
And then he was supposed to be signed to Rockefeller.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, what can you say? You know, Lamont, definitely one of the best lifestyles of the
Foreign Dangerous.
It's Dangerous, right? Then the second album, The Big Picture, that wound up going gold, and he wasn't even here to see that.
And all the indie stuff he did.
Hello.
There you go. You're a journalist now. Test it. Test the mic.
My name is Carme, and I would like to know who or what inspired you to become an artist?
Well, I say it was a mix of a bunch of different things. As far as being an MC, you know, being an artist is something that I feel like when you're young, kind of just your environment that you're in, you just, as long as people are your family or whoever in school are down to support you following that passion, and that's what it is. But as far as being an MC, you know, the first rapper that really got me into wanting to be an MC was a dude by the name of Big L.
Wow.
From Harlem.
Yeah.
And that was like that was the dude that made me want to pick up a pen and write. And then you have like your Biggies and Tribe Called Quest, but it was like the classic sound. But as far as being an artist in any fashion, that's just people around you in your environment and whatever you want to use to have a creative outlet, for sure.
You know who Tribe Called Quest is?
No, I don't.
It's interesting, right? Because we say these names like everyone should know. You guys should know. You know, if you're going to be journalists, you want to get into this music game, Tribe Called Quest is a really important movement in hip-hop culture. You know who Biggie is?
Yeah.
Okay, geez.
But not only that,
gonna kick him out the room.
But, I know. But not only that, Sway, they should also know who Big L is.
Yes. Right.
Mac mentioned it in just in passing like that. But he is the artist and the MC who inspired him. He lost his life. And a lot of artists, especially producers that you hear now who've produced some of the major artists, they actually speak of him and has produced his music. So Big L is definitely an artist that you guys should look
Google
up.
that.
Google him.
Yo, you on iPad, Google him, man.
And fam, I know I've already said this earlier in the documentary, but I wanted to repeat it because this truth is very important. The pattern in the industry must be taken into consideration when it comes to Big L's death. Because of Jaguar Wright's wisdom and whistleblowing, we look at hip-hop deaths analytically and not what the world would deem logically. It's deeper than the surface and the angle the elites want us to see. So put on your thinking caps and start dropping your thoughts in the comments. The truth Harlem remembers is simple. They weren't allies, they weren't partners, they weren't brothers. They were two kings heading toward the same throne. Only one survived long enough to claim it, and there are two moguls in the hip-hop industry that we know is willing to do whatever it takes to rise to the top. I don't even have to say their names. These two men will bend. Literally, kill and destroy any opponent that steps into their limelight or threatens their goal of rising to the top. It's so many unsolved hip-hop deaths that we have covered. We must ask ourselves, why haven't these murders been solved? The cover-up is real. The cover-up goes deep. The cover-up involves industry elites, law enforcement, and even politicians. As Big L's rap career was rising, his brother Big Lee's life was falling apart. From the prison cell where he sat serving a 5-year sentence, Lee's mind turned darker. He held grudges like weapons. He plotted revenge like a general. He never forgot that Black Tone had shot him. He never forgot the tension with TC. And he never forgot the whispers that he had something to do with Reggie's death. Inside prison, Lee linked up with a shooter from Brooklyn. He handed the man a list of people he wanted gone: Black Tone, TC, and G-Love. The only problem was that the shooter didn't know what they looked like. That's where Big L entered the story. What I am about to say next is all alleged speculation and not facts. This information was gathered by watching various YouTube videos and news articles. Let's just say, I don't trust the mainstream media. And when it comes to content creators, we must be very careful in choosing the ones that are credible. Jaguar Wright is credible. However, Jag was too close to Big L and couldn't participate in my research at this time. I respect Jag, and when she is ready, hopefully, she will correct anything I may have gotten wrong in this documentary. Now let's continue. L wasn't a gunman. He wasn't a hustler. He wasn't built for street politics, but he loved his brother. And when Lee reached out, L tried to help in the only way he thought he could. He walked the shooter through Harlem, pointing out the faces he was asked to identify. People saw him, and the streets started talking. Some thought Big L was aligning with Lee's revenge mission. Others thought he was being used. Most believed he didn't understand the danger he was stepping into, but danger doesn't care about intentions. When G-Love noticed the Brooklyn shooter tailing him, he confronted him. The man ran, and in G-Love's mind there was only one explanation. Lee sent someone to kill him, and Big L had pointed him out. That moment sealed L's fate. G-Love didn't want to kill Big L, but in the streets, when someone marks you for death, you strike first, because tomorrow isn't promised, and hesitation gets you buried. February 15th, 1999, Harlem, New York. A cold Monday night, Big L was standing at 45 West 139th Street around 8:30 p.m., waiting with two friends. A man approached through the gate wearing all black with a stocking cap pulled tight over his face. He wasn't there to talk. He motioned for L's friends to move. They ran. L turned and let out a scream. Gunshots cut the air. More shots followed until there were 9. Big L was hit in the face and chest. He died instantly. One officer later said, "Only the door was holding his head together." DITC members. Fat Joe, Lord Finesse, and Showbiz rushed to the scene. None of them could understand it. None could process how a man with that much lyrical brilliance, that much potential, could be shot down before the world even knew what they lost. But Harlem knew. Word spread fast. The shooter was G-Love, a childhood friend, a man who grew up with L, a man the streets believed acted out of retaliation for Lee's prison schemes. No witnesses came forward, no arrests stuck. The case went cold, and just like that, hip-hop lost one of the greatest writers it ever produced. Do you see what I mean, family? The pattern in the industry is diabolical. The aftermath of Big L's murder spiraled into more tragedy. In prison, Big Lee collapsed in grief. His own actions had brought death to his little brother's doorstep. He carried that weight like a curse. When Lee was released in 2002, He came home hungry for revenge, but Harlem didn't forget what he had done. The enemies he made were waiting. Within 2 weeks of his release, Lee was shot multiple times and killed. But I don't believe the surface of this angle. Many state that it was Big Lee's actions that got Big L killed, but it's not far-fetched to believe that his biggest opponent, Jay-Z, had a hand in Big L's demise. Could it have been Jay that set this up? Could the murder of Big Lee be the beginning of the cover-up and the elimination of witnesses? This is something that must be taken into consideration due to the pattern that was and still is present in the industry. Things are not always what it seems to be, and I pray the truth comes out sooner than later. How convenient it is for one's biggest threat and opponent is taken out. Big L, Tupac Shakur, Biggie, Nipsey Hussle, Mo 3, King Von, and FBG Duck. Family, the list goes on and on. These men were gifted rappers that were taken out of the equation via murder. You may be asking yourself, why did Auntie include King Von in the list? Well, that's because King Von was on the verge of overtaking Lil Durk. And let's not forget about Aaliyah. Although she was not a rapper, she was considered to be a part of the hip-hop industry. Her death also was connected to Jay-Z. Aaliyah chose Dame Dash and rejected Jay. Jay doesn't like being rejected, and we have learned that he will do whatever it takes to rise to the top. Not only that, but Aaliyah was also rising to the top, and Beyonce wouldn't be who she is today if Aaliyah was not eliminated. What did Mary J. Blige say about Aaliyah's death? She called it a spiritual murder. Unfortunately, that interview has since been scrubbed from the internet. Shaking my head. 3 years later, in 2003, G-Love was released from prison. He tried to rebuild his life. He even connected with Murder Inc. But in 2016, he was shot execution-style hit in the back of the head and then again while lying on the ground. Many believed it was retaliation for Big L. In 2019, on the 3-year anniversary of G-Love's death, Lee's son was murdered. A cycle of revenge with no winners, no healing, only pain. The NFL crew, once bonded by brotherhood, was destroyed. Big L, Big Lee, Reggie, G-Love, all gone. Harlem never recovered from that loss. Family, you gotta ask yourselves, how and why did G-Love get released from prison? In the months after Big L was gunned down on 139th Street, police arrested his childhood friend, Gerard G-Love Woodley, and charged him with the murder. But the case collapsed. Prosecutors didn't have enough evidence, and key witnesses refused to cooperate. Woodley was released, and no one has ever been convicted of killing Big L. Wow, this happens way too often. I believe his arrest was a part of the cover-up and attempt to spin the narrative of what really happened to Big L. Like I said previously, elites, law enforcement, and politicians. Over the years, Woodley was in and out of the system on other cases, including a federal gun charge that sent him to prison for several years. He eventually came home on parole in 2015. Less than a year later, on a summer night in June 2016, Gerard Woodley was shot in the head outside his building on West 139th Street, just steps from where Big L was killed. Police have never officially tied his death to Big L's murder, but on the streets, many people see those two killings as chapters of the same unfinished story. Big L was more than a rapper. He was a revolutionary with a pen, a storyteller with a razor-sharp mind. L was a Harlem prophet who used metaphors to paint the streets exactly how they looked, sounded, and felt. He influenced countless artists: Cameron, Mace, Fabulous, Joe Budden, Big Pun, and entire generations of lyricists who studied his punchlines like scripture. He didn't chase radio. He didn't chase hits. He chased mastery. Had he lived, he would have changed the entire trajectory of East Coast hip-hop. Many believe Jay-Z would never have become what he became. The crown would have been contested, the hierarchy disrupted, the game forever altered. But Big L's story is not defined by how he died. It's defined by how he rhymed, how he inspired, how he made words dance with danger. He left behind a legacy larger than the charts, larger than labels, and larger than Harlem. Big L remains one of the greatest lyricists to ever touch a microphone. His name echoes through generations. His voice lives forever. Rest in peace to Lamont Big L Coleman, a king lost too soon, a legend whose shadow still covers Harlem. He was and will always be considered one of the GOATs, the greatest of all times. He's placed beside Tupac Shakur, the notorious B.I.G., and Nipsey Hussle, Eazy-E, Mo3, and many others who have fallen into hip-hop's graveyard.
As we close this documentary, let us remember Big L not just for the tragedy, but for the brilliance, for the metaphors that made the world pause, for the punchlines that still shake the culture, for the fearlessness of a Harlem prodigy who never watered down his truth. Thank you for rocking with me through this journey. Thank you for honoring his legacy. And thank you for keeping his voice alive. The story doesn't end here. We now transition into the songography, a tribute crafted in the spirit, cadence, and fire of the legendary Big L. Let his bars guide you. Let his legacy inspire you. And let his voice live on through the music. Rest in peace, Big L. Harlem will never forget.
Yeah. Shout out to Jaguar Wright and Wolfgang on my days. Big L.
Carved his name in the slums, from the shadows of Harlem, where the wicked come from. But even in that darkness, when his last breath spun, I pray he looked to heaven and became the Most High Son.
Big L, Harlem's chosen one. From 39 to the world, the legacy weighs a ton. He came up on a block where the winters blew cold, where the staircase smelled like stories never told, where survival meant wit and the tongue made of gold, turning pain into bars with a fire he controlled. Lamont had a hunger that the city couldn't shake, sharper than a blade, hidden deep in the cake. Every rhyme that he spit made the concrete quake. Truth so raw that a coward couldn't fake. The kid in the cypher who embarrassed the vets, young lion in the jungle that the OGs met. When he stepped to a mic, he was a certified threat, leaving whole crowd stunned, saying he the illest one yet. He battled giants, made listeners freeze. Had your favorite rapper begging them please. Punchlines, violent flow like a disease. You rather fight God than battle them on your knees. Big L.
Carved his name in the slums, from the shadows of Harlem, where the wicked come from. But even in that darkness, when his last breath spun, I pray he looked to heaven and became the Most High Son.
He was next to blow, about to shine nationwide. Harlem's prophet with a talent the labels couldn't hide. But the streets got it cold and the code don't slide, where loyalty is tested and betrayal applied. Close with the wolves, ate with lions and thieves, walking tightropes daily with his heart on his sleeve. But envy grows quick in the soil of deceit. Sometimes the ones you trust are the ones who compete. Rumors in the wind, tension heavy in the air. He moved with caution, knowing eyes watched everywhere. When you're chosen, when you're gifted, when your blessing's unfair, you attract both the love and the serpents that stare. Dreams bigger than Lennox, visions bigger than fame, planning to sign his crew and elevate the whole game. But the streets stole the future attached to his name, a legend clipped early by a coward with aim. Big L.
Carved his name in the slums, from the shadows of Harlem, where the wicked come from. But even in that darkness, when his last breath spun, I pray he looked to heaven and became the Most High Son.
Yo, February night at Harlem crowd with the moon. Death came quick and it came too soon. 9 shots on his block like the devil in bloom. A masterpiece stolen in the cradle of doom. But legends don't die when they words still speak. He still walked 13th with invisible feet. Every mural, every cipher, every fan he would reach. His legacy a flame that the darkness can't breach. Though he spit dark bars full of hunger and pride, though the devil's son image had the wicked collide, though he stood in the shadow where the demons reside, I pray God grabbed his soul right before he died. I pray the sky cracked open and the angels replied. I know the world saw a monster, but the Most High saw a child in that heartbeat between his last breath and the tide. Big L rose to heaven as the Most High Son on high.
Big L. Carved his name in the slums, from the shadows of Harlem, where the wicked come from. But even in that darkness, when his last breath spun, I pray he looked to heaven and became the Most High Son.
Big L, forever Harlem, forever. A king never dies, he rises and runs. Shout out to Jaguar Wright and Wolfgang Amadeus. The originators of hip-hop is a graveyard. Shout out to my co-producer, Jay Mizette. We make it do what it do. Big L.
It's gonna do and take this nigga, man. I'm saying straight up, my man ain't wanna leave the hood and not share success. So no doubt, man. That nigga was one of the realest niggas that's going down in history. And I don't say nigga in a bad way, but straight up, he a legend. No
You know
doubt.
I see it like this, right?
Straight
If all
legend.
these people that's here today would have bought his album, he wouldn't have been going through this bullshit, believe that.
No doubt.
He was out before Mace, but he still got a short hand. You know what I mean?
He a legend.
All he needed was another year or two. I bet you he'd have been there. Guaranteed.
And a lot of these people
Gruff
here
is
right
hot.
now,
Gruff is
they
hot.
don't even know him. Don't even know him like they know him. Glad they showing love, though. Yo, all I know is like this. A lot of niggas that walk in here ain't gonna give his mom's money. I know that. No doubt, man. What's up, man? What's up, baby? How you doing? All right? What's up, man? All right, baby.
Not today. Not today. No more. All right, no more smoking. You got a cold back here? Huh? You want a cold?
Yo, Reef, man. Shit is fucked up, man.
This is fucked up.
Shit is fucked up, man.
So what's up with some bullshit?
Some jealousy shit, man.
I love you forever, baby.